Well. Look what the cat has drug in. Malcolm and I. Welcome back for another season of this. The Monday afternoon with Malcolm and Greg and Malcolm, Beavis and Butthead, all those great historical duos, Bonnie and Clyde. You pick your poison. As we do each and every Monday, we bring it to you at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we will sit down and disseminate everything that we want to talk about probably later in the week, because we started the week here on M3. Well, actually, technically, Devon starts the week, but we're talking the work week. So, but tune in and check him out on Sundays at 5 p.m. for the Blurred Council. But if you are on the Roman calendar, Monday starts the week, and here we are. So we talk about news. We make lots of fun of news because the way this show started. Just give you guys a little background. Is we used to record Malcolm's podcast during this time, and we noticed, let's just go live and record it. Fuck it. And we noticed that we started getting a huge audience. So we turned it into this. And here it is. Now, Malcolm, I've missed you, my bearded friend. You cleaned yourself up. You washed your face. I like it.
A little bit. I was going to try to get a full-on new haircut, but things didn't work out the way that I wanted.
Okay.
But no, it's good. And I got a chance to go through some of the clips on NPR and was it What a Day? So I got news there, and then I got your clips as well. So,
So before we jump into the head first, what did you do with your hiatus and your time off?
I did a lot of reading, and I got a new exercise schedule.
Oh, me too. I hate it. I'll tell you what, people don't realize, I'm going to the gym. Fat is fun. Fuck y'all. It's fun,
right?
And it's delicious. All this thinking about what you want to eat is kind of hard. What's up, Swag? Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to you, too. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
It's a little disorienting, I'm going to tell you.
It's we're fine back there. But speaking of welcome back, he will be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and he will have his booty in that seat where it belongs. So we have all taken a well-deserved vacation, and we have come back rested and ready to give it to you from the back. Ow! So let's go ahead and get this party rocking. Thanks for joining us. Go ahead. Well, and it's topic roulette. Whatever button Malcolm pushes.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the funny fat video, I guess.
Is that first?
Yeah, what do you want to do that?
Gay? No, that's kind of at the end.
Okay. So let's just get into the news then. Let's see if this will play then.
Were the numbers wrong? Do you have any hard evidence that you can present to the American public that these numbers, these revisions that were reported, and there were plenty of revisions under former President Biden, including right before the election, do you have any hard evidence that these numbers were wrong?
Yeah, there is very hard evidence that we're looking at the biggest revision since 1968.
Are you going to present that evidence?
If you look at the number itself, it is the evidence.
But you're saying it's an outlier, it's not evidence, Mr. Hassett.
It's a historically important outlier. It's something that's unprecedented.
Still
so unprecedented
it's still
that
not
I've been looking at
evidence,
it for 40 years, and I'm like, it must be a typo.
Kevin Hassett, the director of the White House National Economic Council, defended President Trump's decision to fire the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics during an interview on NBC Sunday. On Friday, Trump fired Commissioner Erica McIntyre after the most recent jobs report from her team of experienced economists made him look like he's running the U.S. economy like a man who's bankrupted multiple casinos. Oh, wait. The report showed the U.S. only added 73,000 jobs last month, way lower than expected. The BLS also revised down its job numbers for May and June by a whopping 258,000. It suggests the job market is, it's not doing great right now. Trump accused McIntyre of faking the data in the report for political purposes. Did he have any evidence? Nope. But clearly, there's no way the president's erratic tariff spree could have caused economic instability. It's much more logical that yet another woman is lying, just to spite him. Here's what the president said to reporters on Friday.
We're doing so well. I believe the numbers were phony, just like they were before the election, and there were other times. So you know what I did? I fired her. Right. And you know what? I did the right thing.
Oh, okay. But William Beach, the guy who led the Bureau during Trump's first term, defended McIntyre on Friday. He said there's no way the commissioner could interfere in the revision process, which is conducted by a team of career employees. When asked if Trump is prepared to fire anyone who reports data he disagrees with, Hassett said, quote, "Absolutely not. The president wants his own people there so that when we see the numbers, they are more transparent and more reliable." Cool. That's totally not suspicious.
Oh, I don't even know where. Yeah. You know, when we used to use the term Banana Republic, when we used to talk about going to the mall. Not anymore. Congratulations, those who voted for him. You have turned us into a third world country where we can no longer trust in our government to give us facts. We have the premier numbers team in the world. We are copied by people, well, up until now. But this would bite him in the ass, because you heard what he said, right? Right before the election, the numbers were, they were down. They made Biden's job numbers were terrible the last quarter before she lost the election.
Yeah.
Good job, ass bucket.
Here's one of the scary things that's interesting is, of course, depending on who he puts in place and if he gets loyalists to give him the numbers that he wants, he's already made he's clearly trying to have more control than he should. Like one of the things, this is one area in which he actually does have the right to fire this woman.
He does.
But I think that he is wanting to manipulate the data in order to, do the lying that he always does. The lie, like, oh, everything's great, it's wonderful, best economy ever,
But I'm sorry, but I gotta get this out before I throw up. He's coming up. It's regurgitable. Dude, you can't lie, and this is how I believe Harris lost. You can't be tone deaf to what's actually going on. We are feeling it. We are feeling it. Yeah, we are feeling it. It is
one area, interestingly, in the numbers for recent college graduates. It's the first time that this has ever happened that recent college graduates' unemployment rate is higher than the general unemployment rate. What it's suggesting is that companies are not hiring entry-level people anymore. They are turning more towards automation like AI and hiring more experienced people and running these algorithmic type advisory bots to help more advanced people to do lower level sort of grunt work,
Yep.
Which is really crazy because they were just saying people who are graduating from top level, colleges, putting in applications, 200 different applications, expecting a job because, these institutions are notable for helping their graduates find jobs, just not getting work because that's what the current situation is like. Plus, all the stuff with the tariffs still up in flux. Apparently, they're going to resolve that this week or next week. I don't know, but
it won't. I am so sick of that. I am, because it is tearing up the economy.
It is.
It's and just like with Mexico. We'll get it right, and the day first, they have to the 12th of the month, then it's 90 the days, and it's we're at the table. What is it, Don? Tell us, what is it? So I don't want to sound jaded because we have to do this and we have to report the news. So I'm trying not to be that guy, but dude, it's hard to understand that. How many more times can you say, "I told you so"? And how many? I saw this thing online the other day where this white woman had the unmitigated gall to get her ass on Beyonce Janelle's Knowles Carter internet and say, "Oh, so now the Democrats are going to walk away from us, and you out there selling books and making millions." video stitched about 17 million gazillion times. It was snitched so much I didn't even bother with reporting it today. But I'm gonna tell you this: everybody went in on her, and you know what they said to her? Bitch, you should tell your white sisters not to vote for their patriarchy. That's what you get. And then she came back with an apology, and people were saying, "Oh, she's a goddamn private ass citizen. You want her not to have a job?" And I tend not to read books like that, but I bought one just for GP. I did. I'll probably never read it. I'll never crack it open. I'll put it on the bookshelf.
Yeah.
Just because I buy some books in hard copy just for supportive purposes.
Yeah.
But we're later on in the show, we're going to talk about how Donald Trump all of this is smoke and mirrors. Please don't pay attention to what you see in front of you. It's all very much a grift and a con. Now, the good news is we have 4 months left in 2025. And what's coming up in 2026? The midterms.
Sure.
So that's with your guilty asses. That is your chance to get it right. Go on.
Okay.
We're here on a summer Saturday morning in a meeting announced just before midnight last night, less than 10 hours ago, to ram through a discriminatory and racially motivated congressional map to the full House of Representatives.
That's Texas Democratic State Representative Chris Turner speaking Saturday at a meeting of the state's House Redistricting Committee. On Sunday, a group of Democratic Texas lawmakers left the state in order to stop Republicans from passing their highly suspicious redistricting plan. In case you weren't listening to What a Day last week, which is mortifying for you. At the behest of President Trump, Texas Republicans recently proposed a plan to redraw the state's congressional map, way outside of the normal schedule. It's a nakedly partisan attempt by Republicans to maintain their majority in the U.S. House after next year's midterm elections. We'll link to the episode in our show notes. Roughly 30 Texas Democrats headed to Chicago as part of a plan hatched with Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker. Others headed to New York to see Governor Kathy Hochul. For now, the Democrats' plan is simple. If they don't show up to work, Texas Republicans can't meet the required quorum to pass the new map. So if the Democrats peace out, that's curtains on the legislature's ongoing special session. However, ditching work could come at the cost of a $500 a day fine per missing lawmaker. And the plan doesn't come with any guarantees. While the tactic could delay Texas Republicans for a matter of weeks, similar attempts to stop Republican legislation in Texas have failed in the past. Meanwhile, the Texas House is scheduled to reconvene at 3 p.m. Central Time today.
Yeah, and on top of that, there's some really actually necessary legislation that they need to pass in Texas dealing with the recent flooding,
Fuck that.
I'm just saying, like, they've done this before, by the way. This was 2005, 20 years ago, actually.
Yeah, they did
the same scenario where after, because the election was, in the middle of basically you usually redistrict right after the census at, every 10 years. But after a presidential election is when you have some of the best numbers when it comes to, trying to gerrymander districts. And so
I would like to thank Malcolm. I'm sorry. So I'm no longer thinking the best of America. Fuck you, America. I am really having a hard time caring. And if we don't win the House and the Senate back because they stole it, it won't be the first time.
Here's the interesting thing, though. People are making noises about the fact that if Texas does this, other states are going to follow suit. And that's kind of like wild. Texas has already done it before. I think Ohio's about to do it. I think Florida's going to do it. And Gavin Newsom wants to run for president.
Right, but the whole thing is you should have voted the first time. You should have got whatever missing votes of people that didn't want the black woman. Fuck y'all. I don't care. Listen, my date, and I hate to be this dude, yo, and I hate to be the curmudgeon that sits beside the smart guy, but that's why.
It should be also noted that it's blatantly racist because the way that they do this is they find, strategically find areas of strong Democratic support, which happen to be Black people and Black women in particular, and they try to put them into different districts, and because they're just blatantly, being illegal. Because the courts are not looking like they're going to stop them. they're doing things that, like, I'm just saying, like, in previous years would have been obviously, like, not, politically feasible, but not legally feasible at the time. So, like,
I get it. We all, but okay. But the thing, dear America, and here's the thing. Like, this is kind of entertaining. This is like, bitch. Remember that time when Siegfried and Roy, when the tiger attacked one of them, and now he's in a coma for just like, bitch, the tiger went tiger. Well, I mean, what do you are trying to?
Like, some of these maps are so funny though. They'll take like a housing project in Houston and just drop it in the middle of a red district. But
again, Texas Democrats had a choice. They don't vote. So I mean, minus the people I love that live in Texas, Cream, his husband. People that I know and love in Texas. Y'all need to do something about y'all numbers. Y'all, this can be easily solved. Y'all motherfuckers out there, just out there. And so, this is what you get. And if we are stuck in two things. Either this is going to end with him in the graveyard or us at the ballot box.
Yeah. I think it will motivate people to realize that the consequences are real. Yeah.
And they're already doing it because, like, I pulled this thing and I watched this guy. He collects these clips, and at first he collected 10, then he collected 100. And I mean, people are complaining about they voted for Donald Trump, but they didn't vote for this. And now he says he's up to 25,000 individual clips of people saying, I didn't want this. What did you want? I want to know that those people that we kicked off this platform, did you want this? Did you want this? I'm talking to you. I know y'all watching. I'm talking to you. Did you want this? I bet your ass is somewhere sitting unemployed because I read your post.
Yeah.
I read their post. You sat up here on this very channel and said you were a proud gay for Trump. Now your gay ass is in the unemployment line. But if you live in a city, they ain't got no money for you.
Yeah.
They don't have any money for your unemployed gay ass. Because your gay black ass, I'm sorry. I left out a minority there. How dare I leave out the minority?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah, it's pretty bad, yeah.
And so I keep looking and I keep searching. I'm like, can someone? I have a profile on Untruth Social, and you should hear the things because now they're wondering. Those who actually did vote for him, now they're wondering what is us is gonna do? Like The Color Purple, what is us gonna do? That's what they do. What is us gonna do? What is us gonna do? That they see it. They see he's getting richer. They see it. You finally see it. But when we'll talk about this later in the show too. It amazes me, but the bridge too far is the Epstein files. That's the bridge too far. He can do all of these things, but he may be a pedophile. Honey, maybe is not even in the sentence.
Right.
But then going back, somebody's just been dropping that testimony from that 13-year-old girl in New York. They are playing that shit on repeat.
This is what's so sad. It's like, I hate conspiracy theories, and now I have to be a conspiracy theorist. I'm like, there's something to it.
And it's not even a conspiracy theory. It's fact. It went to court.
The conspiracy theory is that he didn't kill himself, but there is plenty of like real conspiracy stuff dealing with his first prosecution.
Yeah,
like why didn't you throw a book at this man?
Yep, he just moved Ghislaine Maxwell to a minimum security prison.
Yeah,
I want him because you know what, he was gonna set her free until his base went the fuck off. Okay, yeah. And now because I'm telling you something, you set that bitch free, those yahoos are gonna go off because that's his admission that he's guilty. Go ahead.
Well, it's so funny though is that early in his administration, he actually did order like hundreds of FBI agents to go through the files to look for his name to make sure that he had clearance or whatever. Like he didn't want any necessarily bad stuff, and they found stuff. And the funny thing is when that whole argument or whatever Twitter battle between him and Elon went off, he actually wasn't lying. He wasn't making shit up.
Elon told
he was actually telling the truth. His name was in the files, not the files that people had imagined years ago, but the files that he himself compiled. Like there were people that Elon's, Doge or whatever helped him, create. And so he was aware of his name being found thousands of times.
I haven't said this since last November till I was pissed off. I'm gonna say it, and I'm wearing my Kamala shirt today. Since we love you, and I'm sorry, dear black woman, dear black and Asian and Indian woman. But here's the thing. Y'all think it's a fucking game. See, here it is. Y'all get now. You ain't get your money. Where your stimulus check at, dumb black people? Bros. Did you get your video game? Free money for your video? Where all that shit at? If you stop and think that he's done nothing for you, he's done. And so I'm not gonna sit up on here on Beyonce, Giselle Knowles Carter's internet and be a curmudgeon, because you know what's funny to me, my brother. I'm saying, if I haven't said it, I'm so glad to see you. Like you are actually a piece of my brain that I missed, because it's oftentimes I will go down a rabbit hole and go to fuck off. I found myself in Kroger the other day, just like I need a pill. Because society is getting that way. Like. This stuff is starting to trickle down to white people, and this is our everyday life, not having things available.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We used to go into the doctor and they didn't cut your services off. You know what I mean? You're not getting this and you're not getting that, and you're getting 30% back less in tax money, if anything at all. We survived 400 years of slavery. It's going to be black people, cockroaches, and share. You understand? Because we will, and I want you to know, and before we move on to the next story, I want you all to know we will survive as a race, as a culture. Because I asked you what you did when you got, but I did some dope shit. I went to go see Beyonce. I seen all kinds of dope movies this summer. I found some restaurants in my neighborhood. You know what I mean? And I wasn't even concerned about MSNBC, CBS. I mean, I don't know, somebody got shot somewhere and did something. And I mean, rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner, by the way.
Yeah.
We lost him. We lost Lonnie Anderson last night, Ozzy Osbourne. I was just like, oh, it's fucked up. But fuck his wife, though. I think Ozzy was cool. But, and stuff like that. That's what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on, I looked at all these queens that made all these hot ass outfits to wear to a Beyonce concert. 80 fucking degrees. These bitches had on fur. I want to just say, y'all go, bitch. You go, bitch.
I have been loving the gayest cowboy outfits I've ever seen.
But I'm like, they walking past the police with their ass out, and they didn't shave their ass. They just got hairy ass everywhere. One dude shaved a bee in his ass hair. I'm like, wow. That is commitment. I love that. So that's what we doing here in the planet of Atlanta. You know what I mean? We just doing Atlanta shit. You know what I mean? We throwing chicken wing parties and shit. Bitches on Sniffy sucking dick. I mean, this is what we're doing. I mean, you know what I mean? Because that shout out to K Mills. Because I was shocked by this Sniffy thing.
Oh God, I don't know much about it. I mean, I know the app exists, but I heard it got removed from the App Store for some reason.
Did it? Oh no!
I don't know why, but I mean, it still exists. You just can't get it from the App Store,
bro. They tell you right then and there. So I made my boys show me, and they show you right then and there where the group where it's going down. Like, They pin it right there, like at the Hojo. We
And it's good because they're copycats coming out. Like that's when you know something is real. And this is a little bit of a caveat. You may not realize this, but it used to be a thing. Do you remember an app called Foursquare?
I do.
That is so weird. Though. Instagram was a copy of Foursquare.
I know.
And the only difference was you could post a photo with your pin, and then people realized like the photos are way more interesting than the pins, and Foursquare just got rolled. And then
I got Rick rolled.
But I remember Foursquare. It was like I'm going to go here get a coffee so I could be the mayor of the coffee shop.
But that's just like when bitches was running around a few summers ago, all that damn Pokemon Go, and I was in at the time. You'd find bitches just looking down their phone, getting hit by cabs and shit. You're like, what the fuck, bro?
People were robbing people. They would stake out like a really rare Pokemon and wait for people to come capture and rob their ass.
and then the other thing is fucking like Starbucks was like gig, right? And motherfuckers would these sugary ass drinks. So niggas work all hyped up and shit. Yes, welcome everybody. What's going on, Rob? Thank you, Swag. We welcome back to you, brother. Mr. Carter, my day is made. My fellows are back. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate that. Yep, Sammy, I missed you. I should have just called you. I figured the phone and called you. That's crazy. Thank you for that.
I think I saw this dance line video. I'm gonna have to post it to
absolutely
Telegram. I had to show Sammy.
And let me congratulate you on your porn collection. You have over the 80s. You have reached new heights of porn.
And the book club. I got
now he wants to go highbrow with me. You don't want to talk about it.
I got very good.
Not the porn. Don't talk about the porn. Right.
Let's do another news story real quick.
Yeah. Be very quiet about the porn. Don't talk about
the U.S. Office of Special Counsel is launching an investigation into former Special Counsel Jack Smith. He oversaw 2 federal criminal cases against President Trump over his handling of classified documents after he left office and efforts to overturn the 2020 election. The watchdog agency confirmed reports Saturday. Days earlier, Arkansas Republican Senator Tom Cotton asked the OSC to investigate Smith. In a series of posts to Twitter, Cotton insinuated that Smith's activities were a violation of the Hatch Act. The law limits federal employees from certain political activities. Its goal is to remove partisan influence over how the government functions. On Twitter, Cotton accused Smith of, quote, unprecedented interference in the 2024 presidential election, and said the investigations were, quote, nothing more than a tool for the Biden and Harris campaigns, i.e. the campaigns that did not win the 2024 election. It's not totally clear what the end goal here. The Hatch Act only applies to current federal workers, and Smith left the government after winding down the 2 Trump cases.
Funding for this program is provided in part by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
The Corporation for Public Broadcasting, whose name you've heard a million times at the end of a million episodes of Sesame Street, announced Friday it's shutting down. Through Congress, the CPB helped provide funding for NPR, PBS, and more than 1,000 local radio stations. But last month, Republicans in Congress clawed back $1 billion in federal funding to get supposed to get in the next 2 years. It was part of a big decisions package pushed by President Trump that also included cheap foreign aid. And just last week, the Senate Appropriations Committee doubled down on this cuts when it excluded CPB funding in a bigger 2026 spending. Washington Democratic Senator Patty Murray commented on next.
It is a shameful reality, and now communities across the country will suffer the consequences as over 1,500 stations lose critical funding. I really hope that Republicans will join us to restore this funding down the line, and I want you to know I'm going to keep pushing to do that.
In a statement, the CPB said most rules that were included by the end of September. The CPB was created almost 60 years ago following the passage of the Public Broadcasting Act of 1967. Since then, it supported local journalism, educational programming, emergency communications, and more throughout the United States.
Okay, I was
giving it. I don't even know what to say. I do know what to say. I don't know what the fuck to say. I mean, don't be fucking bro. This is just
You get what you got. You get what you get. And I don't know. Gosh, I don't want to say this, but don't be just fucking dick. I mean, on and on. We could go on the same get what you get. I mean, at the end of the day, that's the gist of the deal. But you know, just increase. This is what you wanted. You know, talking how like that's how white people talk to you from a white you from whiter, you know, when you talk to you from a white people, let them know that.
No, go ahead. I'm having some audio issues.
Okay. You sound pretty good over here. But you know, talk to fellow black people, talk to fellow women. I mean, like I don't know to say, like the sympathy trials doing. Where hopefully, like, you know, even when I run into like a government cost issue, you know. I just made me over 36 months. I was like, you know, what the hell, man? Before I know shit, I just like that. And you can't book a day, and you know, you just go through it day by day. And like I said, so maybe as much as he embraces himself, man, you know, that's what I want to keep up. The embarrassment, I want to keep up that foolish behavior. Scotland. When they tried to ask what Scotland, they said the American criminal felon is Scotland. And the Prime Minister of Scotland said, I was a bald man, said, I am not available to meet with them because I have to wash my hair. And then he didn't say, but I said, with the Prime Minister, I'm as a bald man, you know. And I don't know what's going on. It's like something is going on with his wife, but they have been all found out to be secret contaminants. I don't know if that's just again to the high demands, good graces. But hey, I'm just glad World War III didn't start when it may be all finally, I don't know, about a year or two, I don't know. But the question I ask myself, putting people, is when will somebody say, you're not even doing what's best for your constituents, you're doing what's best for the orange fool. Like, what about the people that actually voted for you, that believe that you have a platform, that you have something to say on Republican of it, what just honestly to God, good hard-working people, and they just believe in the Republican bullshit. You know what I mean? What about those people that turn Michael? They don't turn Michael. No, not today. I mean, I don't know. It's shit, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, not
okay. Yeah. Okay. So there's something on my end where I can hear you. But it sounds distorted. But that's just so no one else.
Well, you sound making my house. When those karate, I will live with my brothers.
Well, I can go to the next story.
So let's go ahead.
President Trump has issued updated tariff rates on dozens of countries plus the European Union. These will take effect later this week. Last night, Trump explained what he is seeking. But some economic organizations, such as the Yale Budget Lab, are warning the effects of these tariffs will cost American households. The lab estimates the average U.S. household cost of President Trump's tariffs will be $2,400 this year. Clothes and textiles will see the greatest effect. In Israel, people are reacting to two new videos of hostages that have surfaced. They show the two hostages in dire conditions. But here's Eleanor says many Israelis are demanding that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu bring the hostages home.
There were hopes that the desperate condition of these hostages in the videos might force him to come to a deal with Hamas to come to last night, a person familiar with the details and not authorized to speak publicly told NPR that among Israeli officials, quote, there's a growing understanding that Hamas is not interested in a deal, and therefore the Prime Minister is pushing for the release of the hostages through military defeat. But the hostage families say any military action to free them would be a death sentence.
The Bureau's Eleanor Beardsley reporting.
Okay.
Mom was live with somebody in there on the street every day, and he said, "Do you honestly think that I've been talking to that fellow white people would work?" I said, "No." He said, "John, absolutely not." And I think I was talking, we talked last season about this a little bit. The internet has put everybody in their own bubble. Yeah. And in your bubble, you're a star, and everybody cares what you're going to get for Starbucks. And we all want to know what you're going to eat from McDonald's and all this stuff. And you're a star. And if you get 12 likes, you're validated. You know, you're a PR, you're validated. It's good. No, it won't make a difference, my friend. But what's making a difference is, unfortunately, we all have to suffer together. You know, unfortunately, kids have to die because they're not getting vaccinated. And when I tell you that my empathy train is over, because we said hell this for we told listen, this is what you do. You vote. We need to, if you want these policies, and if you no, you're not going to agree with everything that every politician does.
Right.
You know, yeah, I mean, so what? You know, I have no. I'm not going to say I don't have a clue because that would be stupid because I know what needs to be done because I do. But, you know, we're going to have to kind of forgive something from people if we want to bring this back into the full circle and, you know, accept their policy, bring them back in, use them to bring them back in like they did us.
Yeah.
And then go from there because what's happening is we cannot. So we will suffer from patriarchy as well. See, I'm saying that's different. So we're going to church and I say, well, women can't preach, women shouldn't be hesitant. Unfortunately, I know a lot of women living that way. And what happens is we are suffering from, we don't want to understand that we're suffering from patriarchy on the left as well. So we have to throw that out the window. We have to really do this. Trans people exist in the world, and gay people exist in the world. We have to understand it's not about us, it is about the future generation and the preservation of life and liberty. And once we understand the preservation of life and we would then have a different understanding of what voting and preservation of freedom is. But I don't think we've never really had a real challenge in decades and hundreds of years to our sovereignty. But I'm not being hyperbolic when I say this. Preserving the welfare, I'm like, it's the whatever form, just so you can live for the next day. It's keeping some sense of safety net. It's keeping some sort of medical insurance in place. It's some sort of health and welfare. And I don't mean welfare in the sense of giving something. I mean the sense of welfare, the health of welfare. Because we can all lose. Right, some people did think slavery was fine, and that's it. Where we can all lose our sense of we can all lose our compass. That's it. Once we lose our compass, because I'm there, like when I said U-turns, and I've lost the conversion train from these older, and unfortunately, I mean, the Roman Catholic didn't have to lean on down teaching. The preacher said this weekend, could be that way. If he was talking to me, I'm looking at me, I believe. I don't know. I just felt it really was, you know what I mean? Because you cannot be that way. We cannot throw that. I'm the same. This is somebody else's issue. Agree with them, we agree with the next. Well, we're the next. You think
okay, let me. You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? It's very simple. They have been charging very, very high tariffs to our farmers, some over 200%, and they've been treating our farmers very badly, and they've been treating our country very badly for years.
President Trump was light on details Thursday afternoon when asked about the potential trade deal between the U.S. and Canada. Just hours later, though, he issued an executive order increasing the tariff rate from 25% to 35%. It's a big deal because Canada is one of our largest trading partners. It's not totally clear why Trump made a change, but it could have something to do with a recent announcement from Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney.
Canada intends to recognize the state of Palestine at the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly in September 2025.
Carney made the announcement to recognize Palestinian statehood if certain conditions are met on Wednesday. It follows similar moves from France and the United Kingdom. Trump wasn't happy about that. He posted on Twitter the following morning, quote, "Wow, Canada has just announced that it is backing statehood for Palestine. That will make it very hard for us to make a trade deal with them." Oh, Canada. By threatening to tie foreign policy into ongoing trade negotiations, Trump is essentially using the recognition of Palestinian statehood as a bargaining chip.
Special Envoy Indian Ambassador will be traveling into Gaza to inspect the current situation and meet with local Gazans to hear firsthand about this dire situation on the ground.
That was White House Secretary Levitt previewing a diplomatic trip to Gaza today. She said Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and U.S. Ambassador Israel Mike will make recommendations to the president on aid distribution following the visit. Witkoff met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Jerusalem Thursday to discuss the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Levitt called the meeting, quote, very productive, which is interesting. As recently as this very week, Netanyahu has claimed that there is no starvation in Gaza. Trump posted a tweet Thursday, quote, the fastest way to end humanitarian crises in Gaza is for Hamas to surrender the hostages. Trump has been vocal in recent days about not wanting to, quote, reward the terrorist organization as countries in the United Nations Group of Seven continue to announce their conditional support for the Palestinian state. On Thursday, the Gaza Ministry announced that more than 100 people there had died over the last 24 hours, most of them while seeking aid.
What is probably going to do the Palestinians thing? You know, like what they do in the Palestinians thing. You see that? You see that? And you see what happens when you sit to Palestine, loving ass to the house. You know, what is coming going to do? But you see, with $4 making millions and way above power until they let them drop. You know. We about everything for a while on the political smaller stage. Yeah. That's what in the honesty I believe in.
No, it's interesting. I remember someone had a conversation about like the situation that so he was from the government. Parties that were so right-wing, they were kicked out of parliament. And he brought them back in to have control. And they have veto power over anything he does. Like whenever they were trying to do it or whatever, they're the ones who know. And so, like, as bad as they're like in our situation, Trump is the worst part of the party. He is the problem. In Israel, Netanyahu is actually like to the left. That's how.
Yeah, but remember about those matters of the purpose, the cause, this goal. But I digress. I'm gonna bring this back to voting because remember. They was all over there in Michigan. It was very good.
Yeah.
Palestine. Is Michigan Palestine? She said, "No, after that, I'm keep on buying it all there." But every time somebody knows something about Palestine, I let them know. I post on the after I'm posting on it. I wonder what she would have did on that Palestine. And I let them know that you are the jackass. You went one into you seen something on TikTok and you did one. She said this about Palestine. She said that now Palestine's about to be blown off the fucking map. How about that? Can you see a picture of two houses, what the rest of the houses they're dead. And the thing is, and it's not $1 million fault, but they're dead. I will rest, Lord have mercy. Let's move on to the next one.
Okay, let me see.
The family of one of Jeffrey Epstein's most prominent accusers say they are shocked by Trump comments and have a disgrace on a seer and convicted sex criminal. Specifically, the family of Virginia Giuffre pointed to Trump's claim this week that Epstein, quote, stole her from him.
Persons that include Virginia Giuffre?
I don't know. I think she worked in this wrong. I think so. I think that was he stoned her.
Trump made the remark Tuesday on Air Force One. Giuffre died by suicide earlier this year. Her family wrote a statement released late Wednesday, quote, it was shocking to hear President Trump invoke our sister and say that he was aware that Virginia had been stolen from Mar-a-Lago. They added, quote, it makes us ask if he was aware of Jeffrey Epstein and delayed Maxwell's criminal actions. Maxwell was Epstein's conspirator and serving a 20-year prison sentence for her role in abuse of young women. Giuffre's family also criticized the Department of Justice's meeting with Maxwell. They called him a monster who deserves to rot for the rest of her life. They asked the Trump administration not to offer her any leniency. Trump's comments also called the question exactly why his years-long friendship with Epstein ended. Previously, the White House said that Trump and Epstein fell out because Epstein was being a creep to women at Mar-a-Lago. But Virginia Giuffre, who worked as a spa attendant, claimed she first met Maxwell in 2000. That's 4 years before Epstein was from California.
Yeah. That was it. I don't know what to say. I don't support it. I don't know what to say. Make better choices.
Yeah.
You know what you were getting, so let's not forget about the women, plural, all the women who there have refused to vote from Epstein and Trump. Of all doing, he was found. Remember to found legally responsible for sexual misconduct.
Right.
Do we have to go back to that? I mean, even as seedy and nasty as Stormy Daniels, but she has the right to exist and be. You know what I mean? And whatever that is, whatever she chooses to do, is the way that the bitches that didn't perform. Only fans, you know what I mean? We're not trying to judge you. Some of us love your content. And the problem here remains is we're trying to make something. We're trying to reinvent this. Is how we're trying to say, how can our Puritan minds? How can a man that's the president also be? I said so prevalent is that I'll take a president over again. It's okay that it's so it's me too. The two things can be true at once. You can look up and read a goddamn president, and he can be a pedophile. Here, I'm telling you. Just the very moment when he thinks that we're not looking, Ghislaine Maxwell will be set free. The very moment the wag the doll happens, somebody drops a bomb over here. Don't go here.
Like saying on, obviously, like also like dropping on just comments made over the years, obviously, rights on these things other than the rape allegations, the dots, they're in plain sight.
We keep trying to, as I was just asking, we keep trying to, you have the will here. God damn it. Different facts. That's the doc. Let's go. Move on to the next one, please.
Yeah, let's do some of the recent. Okay, let me see. How do
I hope you're just looking at money.
My man just put it on me.
I know you fucking. I mean, ooh, girl, did he?
Yes, he did.
What'd he say?
He was like, da-da. And let me get that pussy.
Not that pussy now, girl. What'd you do?
I did.
I know your nasty ass did.
Man want it, man get it.
That's right. I hear you now. Hey, dope.
Anyway, now I'm at Kroger. I'm going to make him a meal.
What you going to make him?
I don't know what I'm going to make him, but...
I'm pretty sure you're going to put your hoof in it, so it's going to be...
He deserves everything.
He damn sure do.
I mean, everything.
All of it, yeah. Give it to him.
He makes me feel so special.
And that's all that matters. And that's all that matters. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Ew.
Oh, God.
It's the ponytail for me. It's just the bamboo, double ponytail. And I want to read out with all people who say, there's somebody for everybody else. And if you got lazy right now, find a bitch with a white left lazy eye. If your shit left, and the baby probably bitch with a white lazy eye. Y'all could be a match that said, bitch, if you missing a white toe, I'm a bitch with a left toe missing. There's somebody for everybody. I remember this playlist. I mean, it is, and that made me laugh so hard because, and I bet you're a man, but I bet you're a man.
All right, let me get the next one.
Shaft saved, I think it was Warner Brothers, saved Warner Brothers from bankruptcy because they were going bankrupt. And Shaft was $500,000 budget. They made $12 million. Wow. Richard Roundtree saved Warner Brothers. My friend used to work for Stan Lee, who created Marvel. I met Stan Lee 3 times, hanging out with Stan Lee in his office on Santa Monica in LA. He was at POW Entertainment when he left Marvel. I'm sitting there talking to Stan Lee. He's 89 years old. Now, you think about it. As a kid, I'm talking to the man who created Spider-Man. And he's like, Godfrey, I want to show you something about Spider-Man. He's telling me everything. I'm listening to this dude. I can't believe I'm talking to Stan Lee. He goes, I want to show you. Yeah, you see, he had a big picture of Wesley Snipes, Blade. He goes, yeah, Wesley Snipes, I tell you, Wesley Snipes. Wesley saved Marvel. We were going bankrupt. If it weren't for Wesley Snipes in 1999, we would have been in bankruptcy. Black person saving, again, a company. Black people sell. You look at In Living Color, saved Fox. The halftime, remember the halftime celebration? Who saved it? Michael Jackson saved it. That shit was going down. Empire saved Fox again. Empire with
Taraji P. Henson.
Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard saved Fox. WB, black people saved it. Stars, black people saved it. Black people sell. It's just this old adage of hatred and not wanting, and this fear of other people's success. They got to get over it. We're all good, man. If people think if we get into a certain power, we're going to act the same way you did. We're not like that.
I like that because I want us to know what economic power and the Saturday sit down is coming back. This coming out and have this public conversation. We will be talking to different leaders, people in my head. What they got down, this should be important to you. This week's guest is my man, old Fox. Old Fox is. Don't be too cute.
It is true that Black entertainment, in particular, it's American for the most part. Yeah.
So that's.
But I did started this whole genre of exploitation films. Like people at a time when they were in transition. It's true.
Yeah, we always say that. I think there's a couple more than that.
You see this.
Donald Trump just appointed a registered sex offender to his youth fitness council. It appears that the creeps are in bed with each other, per usual.
Proud to be on this team. I don't know why. I don't know what we're supposed to be doing, but I'm here to serve. I'm here to serve you. Okay, so I'm gonna do the best I can for as long as I can. Thank you very much.
What's going on? Y'all are going to jail. Period.
President Trump reinstated the presidential fitness test, which was first introduced by Lyndon B. Johnson, but was later abandoned by Barack Obama in 2012. In order to oversee and advise him on his new interest of youth fitness, he enlisted the help of 3 athletes: golfer Brian DeChambeau, Kansas City Chief kicker Harrison Buckner, and the man of the hour, former New York Giants linebacker Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor is a registered sex offender, having pled guilty to sexual misconduct with a 16-year-old girl. Lawrence was also under fire last year and arrested for moving residences and failing to update his information on the sex offender registry. Coming on TV and saying you don't know why you're here, you don't know what you're doing, but you're here to serve a man who's also been accused of sexual misconduct, rape, groping women, being associated with one of the most famous sex offenders in American history. This is the hill you died on, Lawrence Taylor? This is what you wanted to do? This is what you wanted to do. If there's one thing I can't stand, it is a
I don't know why I'm here.
Well, it's the definition of me, and it's the definition of me. And I'm glad we're in on this minute because I want y'all to know something. That's what it looks like. That's what Master said. The flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, it looks like it was a half voted for Donald Trump because he's going to do a sickness this way. Yeah. It also looks like he not just bound for my morons, unless you're a president. Unless you reach your wide. No, don't. So I'm going to make it my business to show you this through other lenses, because I'm probably showing you the Donald lenses is not working for you. So I'm going to use your people to talk to you. So next week, I'm going to find some Cuban motherfuckers from online, because the only little ones can sit back to that humble wretched island that they're from. And I can speak them because no family knows that's from there. Bring them back, but you can't find a bitch. You get left from the set, yes, that will. I have no idea right? She's too old to go anywhere. So, there's her and their own person. But let me tell you something. When Cuban people get over the thing, they think they're going to make the white people put it fucked around there and found out you are not white. You know what? But I want you guys to do me a favor. So, to see all the new things about the noise, please go to www.patreon.com/NowMediaMind. Join us on Patreon. I'm Carl down a few minutes tonight, so Malcolm and I can talk shop at Patreon. And Patreon, if you become my payment, you can also gain access to our exclusive Telegram page where you can importantly he's shy about this collection because he's so easy to live there. He's telling him we're a little bit homie. Well, you can join us and then you can take part in Malcolm's exclusive content that he's curated for you. It's now we're thinking of almost 3,000 individual pieces of this collection. So, I mean, I'm going to bring that up. So thank you all for last season, Joe Patreon, and this season, if you're thinking about it. We are back. Now, thank God we left the keys to the thing. He held it down. So it's on Sunday. Movies. Yeah. And so, next up, well, again, we have my man's flag. Tomorrow night is going to be at least second time. Hurry, but undoubtedly, ask the question. How the streets okay? Marvin Gaye, he's okay. Is anybody okay? Maybe we'll take Tuesday every day. We don't know, but let's call it Sammy. It would be a girl looking like her. That fine ass man. Everybody knows he's just community D. I never really yeah, but look at her, see, that. Yes, we love it, we need it. Yeah, right? And in Atlanta, there's a lot of they always recommend Atlanta's our place. It is not, that's the scrub for that. And Wednesday, Malcolm is back with a live show. 7 p.m. is his house. I was about to say, we sit down, Lord have mercy. Have things with writing people. 7 p.m. The philosophy king is predilection for you and me, because I need some advice. I'm going to pick this out for and see what happens. Wait, I'm with your clues. I'm going to pick his nation and everything. And then back in Thursday night song. Damn, David Digest. Cream, if you can hear me. That is not you, okay? No, it's good. He's fine. He's fine. He's back Thursday with a brand new Daily Digest just for you. And while y'all been searching for Green, check out all this wonderful podcast he does. Two rooms in the party, he and his husband just sit down and they have the most interesting conversations. And I'm pretty that never would have blown up in New Year's. Congratulations on a successful podcast. Another people tune in where we get your fine podcast to Rooms in the Party. We are off on Friday. I know it's kind of from Friday. It was how we're talking about it in the future. And also, because we've been trying to sell Fridays fun. Yeah, because why have 6 days of program when I don't have 7? I don't know. That's myself. I work because I need to figure this out. So I've done some creeping on the network. I've sculpted out people's shows, and I've looked around on this, picking on people's nerves. Why are you sitting back here? Get out of here. Get out of here. I've been on the great idea. But Saturdays is Shemel here. The talk to Mr. 3 listen, baby. I have a graphic channel. I have a new thing coming for y'all. I'm so excited for the conversation this week. For the conversation interview is my man. I know the old folks, the legend, the man, who is a huge gigantic LGBT advocate. He's worked for presidents, first ladies, and kings and queens. We'll sit down and talk about the state of the community and join us for I'm gonna show y'all pictures of what I did this summer. So come on in. Lots of Beyonce. I was like, wow, Beyonce is very, very prominent role in my vacation. And the video we did on Sunday started what we did on that. Thick. And join Thick. And the Bird Council is Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can find them on all the socials. What is this? Guy's gonna shoot me in the face. I'm sorry, the power line me. What is his screen name?
Big Nine.
Big Nine. Oh, thank you. Forgive me, I've been over the Tuesday and so the voice out. I'm going to still off. Enjoying them also. Just Big Nine. What did you say, Sammy? It's just 9 remarks. Here we go. Gregory, voice kind of question. Thank you. I appreciate it. I want on it, plenty of weed and cigar smoke. Confusion too. On behalf of Malcolm and myself, please stay tuned right here. Join us in Patreon. We'll be right with you. Thank you. Next Monday, we'll be back with another show. We'll treat for you at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If nobody told you they love you, we do. And Malcolm will tell you next week when he gets his audio together. Thanks, guys.
All right.